And apparently the time is ticking and we are live, people. On this Monday lunch show, a little bit of a delay reaction over the Premier League, what went down, and especially in focus on Man United and the overall performance and player ratings, since we didn't do that as explanatory in my 2 hours podcast video to explain why I have not been able to do much streaming. Today is a fantastic day for being a Man United fan, considering what went down in the round 4 in the Premier League. And that's what we're going to talk about. That we're going to do the player ratings together. This is a very interactive show. It's all about your opinion. The player ratings are pinned to the chat in the Q&A. You can see that. So if you can be a little bit kind to interact with this show, this lunchbox chatterbox special show, and we will see the overall ratings. But before to do that, you know what to do as per usual, Yes, it's that famous finger that like button, subscribe if you're new, because we are back. Here we go with some reactions and comments.
Has the Premier League ever been more challenging?
I feel welcome. Dit is my home and I want to achieve success.
Okay, and success is what we all want to achieve as Man United fans. And of course, round 4 was a little bit of an anxiety attack for most of us. Losing was not an option. Winning was all we cared about. How we played was also debated in terms of style of play. And I think we debunked it yesterday that it's football, baby. And all it matters is that, football is a game. 22 players on the pitch. You don't concede, you score, and you win. And United, lo and behold, scored 3 beautiful games and had game control. So in all essence, I'm super gassed, super excited. If we go ahead and look what happened over the weekend, we can clearly subtract and say Southampton, Man United 0-3, Brighton, Ipswich 0-0, Crystal Palace, which we are meeting next time away, drew with Leicester with 2-2. Massive week in the Premier League, and also drew a draw for Fulham and West Ham. And this is brilliant how this table is shaping towards our favor. The big laughable moment, according to my opinion, and excuse me for laughing if you're a Liverpool fan, I don't give a shit. You lost at home against Nottingham Forest with 0-1. Zilch scored. That is beautiful. And the cheating City, of course, struggled against Brentford at home with 2-1. At the end of the day, what I'm saying, it don't matter if they are won all the 4 games, racking up all these beautiful points, because the trial starts today. 115 allegations starts today. And apparently it's going to be fast-tracked, and money and power cannot buy you the verdict at the end of the day. We spoke about this in length yesterday, did a special video about this yesterday as well. If Everton got done and points deduction for 4 charges, how are you going to explain the 115? It's like you're being caught cheating. Your wife's got the picture. She's got all the evidence. What are you going to explain? So if they can rack up as many points as possible, but some reports are even saying that if they found guilty, they would not even be in the Prem come January. So go ahead, do your thing. Now, yesterday's pinnacle was, as per what I'm saying, football is a game of 2 halves, right? 2-0 in football is the most vulnerable result, in my opinion. Now, we can see that Aston Villa came from behind 2-0 by Everton, turned out to 3-2. A 3-2. Like, does that ring any bell? Right? Does that ring any bell? What we did last season, it was typical Man United-esque from last season. We had a 2-0 lead and blew that lead through a 3-2. However, Calvert-Lewin, Phillips, whatever his name is, he seemed like he was possessed and had a couple of sitters. He hit the bar as well, and they could have gone either way. But 3-2 to Aston Villa at home. They struggle against an Everton. Bournemouth, on the other hand, versus Chelsea. I thought Bournemouth was hard done. Bournemouth was the better team at home, and Chelsea scored, and Jadon Sancho created an assist to Nkunku, whatever his name is, as well, that's been injured for the overall arching last season as well. And the big pinnacle yesterday was Tottenham versus Arsenal. The big questions was asked, how will Arsenal respond with all the injuries, with no Declan Rice against Spurs? Spurs huffed and puffed, and they shot themselves in the foot. It was a brilliant corner goal by no other than Gabriel. What a beautiful header in, and that sent Arsenal to a massive friendly with a big point for Arsenal. And the other game as well, Wolves versus Newcastle, finished late. That was the last game where Wolves were up 1-0, and again, they got battered at the end of the day. They relaxed, and Newcastle scored 2. Why? How does the table look like at the moment? This is the most important thing, as what we're saying. Manchester City is currently, let me just try to zoom this in. We already maxed out, zoomed in here. Here we go. Here we go, people. So City, maximum points, people. Really. I don't really like what I'm seeing, but, you know, this is the Premier League now. Manchester City leading. Arsenal went up to second place. And, yeah, it is what it is. Liverpool third, Aston Villa fourth, Spurs on fifth, Chelsea sixth, Newcastle seventh, and Man United on 8th at the moment, right? On 8th, right. So, it ain't that far away. You know, if we would have lost this game yesterday, people, it would be a total different uphill battle. But that win yesterday was a pinnacle for me. That is a season turnaround, and Andre Onana turned it around with his goal-saving opportunity as well. But I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear your opinion. Was it a good result in the Premier League over the weekend? Are you happy with the Manchester United win? I certainly am. Sanjay is in the house. Sanjay Ramato, good afternoon, evening, Mick, and everyone else, good afternoon to you as well. Get your votes in as well, because we're going to cover the player rating. I know it's a midday show. I'm trying to relax, not to do anything, but I feel power and strength to at least do the player ratings today. And later on tonight, we're going to talk more in-depth about, you know, what went down on the pitch, you know, over the weekend with Jarvis's Corner, of course. Casimir saying, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Casimir. Good evening, wherever you are. Lord Voldemort in the house. Afternoon, Mick and Peeps. Elite Baller is also here to saying, hey, Kazi, good to see you last night as well. Good to see you as well, Elite Baller. It's good to see everyone. It's good to see all the love and support from yesterday's stream. I've been reading all the comments, and it was tough. It was tough for me. You know, sometimes I just need to grasp for air, and to do a stream like this, it's fine. You know, doesn't take much of my power. It is pretty much going to player ratings. So it is what it is. You know, we can't let this channel perish. We can't let you guys waiting. We are also your therapy as you are for mine. So guys, smash that like button, please. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn that notification on, and let's go Reds. Go Man United, because now we are on the bike. Let's hope that this is the turning point, that we will go on a winning streak, in my opinion. At the end of the day, guys, it is what it is. I mean, I'm ecstatic. You know, what can we say? You know, Andre Onana, fantastic save. Andre Onana, which we were criticizing so hard, did us a favor. You know, according to my opinion, what happened was that we were kind of losing the 30 minutes battles, and we conceded a penalty, which I don't even know if it was a pen. Was it on the line that Diego Dalot like pulled him down, that the dribbling on the line, or we don't know. All we know is was given a foul, right? It was given a penalty, and there was nothing we can do. So all hopes rested on Onana, and I can say that I felt nervous, because Onana, for me, he's not a shot stopping, you know, penalty specialist, but that penalty was taken poorly, luckily, and Onana saved it twice. So for me, that was the turning point, where there kind of was the wake-up call for everyone on the pitch, you know, to say, hey, we've been poor for the 30 minutes. Let's now switch it on. And that's what we did. So in the interim of 7 minutes, we scored 2 goals. We punished them. And that is football, right? If you don't concede, if you don't do your deeds, if you don't score, you will get punished at the end of the day. So United scored 2 beautiful fast goals. Right. What a header from Matthijas de Ligt. What a cross from Bruno Fernandes. That was a training ground practice that paid off. And what a celebration for Matthijas de Ligt. And what a relief for him, who was heavily criticized over the international breaks, including from his ex-teammate Van Disney. Shut the fuck up, Van Disney. And Liverpool lost. Clean sheet, baby. Clean sheet, clean sheet. And Rashford's confidence goal. Wow. He did a shimmy. He went left, he went right, and then finally curved it around. And who jumped away? Matthijas de Ligt. Matthijas de Ligt stood there, but he jumped off away, and the ball went beautiful into the right corner. Now, second half, in my opinion, was all about cruise control, game management. Guys, keep it together. Don't do a bloody Everton here. And they did. They did. After we scored a 2-0 goal, Everton, there was no returning back. Even the studs flying in on Mactch just to stop him, that substitution, showed you that they were fucked in a way. Excuse my language, but they were. Because the studs went high, and the referee did the right thing, pulled up a straight yellow or red. I thought first it was a yellow, but red came out, and I said, well, fair play. When I saw the replay, it's dangerous play, right? You come up with the studs above your knees, that is an instant red, according to my opinion anyway. Hi, Elite Baller, how you doing? And Lord Voldemort, what you are saying? What the weather like there, Mick? Man, I'm telling you, it's pissing down cats and dogs, absolutely shite. It's a monsoon weather. I woke up this morning with a massive hole. I have 2 balconies, and I've sheltered the balcony because for the cats not to jump off the balcony. But when I woke up, I thought it was somebody had an after party in my house. It looked like a absolutely pigsty. And that was the year, how do I say it? A typhoon swept in. So basically I had a big gaping hole, and this is how strong the winds were. But I was sleeping it through all night, so I didn't notice. When I woke up and had my coffee, and I said, what the hell is this? Who invited the hooligans for the after party? So that is how it is. Sandra Myers, how do you do as well? Big up to you, Sandra. How's the weather over at your place? Lord Voldemort looked a little bit like the Rashford of the old. Yes, 100%. So Rashford, we've seen it on his social, been taking instructions, taking his personal training, posted on the socials. But I would say that hopefully we now see the confidence of Rashford. Rashford just do the simple things, not the old Rashford, the forcing Rashford, and I'm going to take on 3 players and I'm going to run straight into a brick wall. No, Rashford played it simple this time, and I applaud Rashford. So all I want us to do, okay, each individual has to look at themselves and say, I will give my 100% best on the pitch if I am selected. So that's what I am proud of Rashford, that he absolutely got his goal. And after that, his confidence was right up there. He was taking shots. He almost went in. I think it was amazing how the goalkeeper managed to save it. But it was a 3-0 comfortable win, according to what Sandra was also saying. You know what I mean? And basically what Sandra, I loved Xerxes. Yes, Zed. I fucking loved him too. Now, this shows us what we've been missing. Although he didn't score goals, but he is that target man that was kind of the old Martial link-up of play. The hold-up play was amazing, right? So imagine now if we are all of a sudden getting Rasmus Højlund back in as a striker, as the fox in the box, playing Xerxes a little bit more deeper to link up the players, to link up Bruno, to link up Garnacho, to link up the wingers, Ahmad, to lay it off for Bruno to pass it straight into the passing lane for Rasmus Højlund that could finish it off. That is amazing. I do expect us to change formation sometimes. Sometimes we can play 3 in the back. Sometimes we can play a 4-4-2, 2 strikers on top. We do now have weapons, and the bench looks amazing. So therefore, in today's player rating, I included the bench as well, even if they didn't play. So get your votes in as well. Cold and dull, a little bit like the bin dippers. Yeah, I wonder what the weather is like now, the temperature in Scouserland, the bin dippers. Not far away from Manchester, Sunday, where you live as well. But, you know, they were all bigging them up, all the ESPNs, Craig Burley's and all them stuff, you know. You know the guy with the big glasses? I can't remember if it's Craig Burley or what's his name. It's Stephen Nicol. I think it's Stephen Nicol, right? You know, every time I see him, I kind of see like a fish tank. Like all you're missing is the goldfish swimming around here, like, you know, because it's so negative and toxic. And him and Shaka Hislop and all of them doing everything in their power just to slag off any performance of Man United. 100%. But when it comes to Liverpool, when Slot lost the plot, nothing. Zilch. Anyway, it is what it is, and that's why we love this game. Lord Voldemort is saying, I'm confident these things will only get better from now with this new team. It's like that song, man. Things can only get better, right now. I don't know if you end up that right now song into that lyrics. I can't really remember who the band was, but you know that song. I'm not going to sing it more for copyright reasons, and I'm not going to sing because I got a husky voice and suffering a little bit for a post-flu. You know, it's that flu flying around, like, you know, it's been struggling. It sounded like I've been drinking 7 days straight in a whiskey bar somewhere, but no. If I cough a little bit, I still have my water to help me, so bear with me. And if I do catch my breath, it's just my anxiety. Guys, thank you so much for all your support. Ugarte. And Xerxes was awesome. Let's dive right into the player ratings, because according to my statistics, Matthijas de Ligt was the man of the match. But Ugarte, again, what a confidence player. No wonder we negotiated 6 weeks for PSG to lower down the price. No wonder our style or player identity depended all on Ugarte. Ugarte showed us for the 25 minutes cameo what we've been missing and crying out for the past 6 years or 7 since Carrick retired. We haven't had a specialist CDM in that position. Yes, we thought that Garner would be the one, but we sold off Garner because we thought he's not good enough. Yes, we do young Collier, but he's learning his trade as well. So yes, we have Casemiro, but his legs are gone. You know, an energetic South American warrior in that position was amazing to see, right? For simple reasons. He provides the shields for the defense, for the back four. Just in case there is a ball on the top, he's there to recover. His main job, his job description is to sort of break up the play and play it simple forward into the final third. And that's what he did too. There was moments of instance where he was kind of like the old Fred, you know, being part of the press and winning the ball high up, you know, steal the ball and just pass it off to Xerxes or anyone like in the passing channels. And that is his simple job description. So he's not pretty much a ball carrier, but he's got bundles of energy, in my opinion. So Garde was amazing to see as well. There's a lot of good performances yesterday. Oops, Ahmad was man of the match in your opinion too. Ahmad Diallo. I cannot praise and raise my voice more about Ahmad Diallo and to say, listen, Anthony Dos Santos, get on your bike. You ain't going to get near that right wing if you not start looking at what Ahmad Diallo is doing. You know, I rate Anthony Dos Santos much, but lately he hasn't been the one that we thought we bought. He's kind of a one-trick pony, one-horse trick pony. Can only use his right foot. Or, no, I think it's his left foot, to be honest, right? But I wanted to see exactly for our right wingers is to be the proper right winger. Take on your defenders when you can and do the simple thing. Sometimes you cut in and take a shot, a bender, but that's been like, you know, Anthony's trademark all the time. It's so predictable, right? He likes to cut in and he likes to do his bender shot into left corner. Always the same trick. Always. Or sometimes you run with the ball and all of a sudden, why are you stopping and returning backwards? No, a winger, according to my opinion, should be very aggressive. You know, you should always leave your fullbacks to wonder, what is your next move? Shit, I'm nervous, right? You know, should I drop a shoulder? Should I just run past you? Should I cut inside? That is the job of a winger, right? So therefore, I'm saying Garnacho and Ahmad are so unpredictable, while Rashford, on the other hand, has been too predictable. Defenders has already figured out his game and know exactly what they do, and that's why they gang up 3 people on Rashford, and that's why we see the, you know, like a deer running into your headlights, smash right into like a crash test dummy. But Rashford, in my opinion, did the simple thing. Ahmad did the simple thing as well. And football is a simple game, right? It's all about transporting the ball. It's all about finding runners. It's all about opening up spaces, right? To lure them in, to set traps, you know, to draw them out from the press and then hit them on the counter sometimes. That is what I saw in the second half, people. What are you saying here, Sandra? Ahmad, 6 chances created on Saturday. Wow, he did. Yeah, he did create 6 chances. Let me just look at the stats. Yeah, I do like stats sometimes. You know what I mean? Matthijas de Ligt. Wow. Wow. He had total 64 completion passes. Wow. Right. Ahmad Diallo, where are you, Ahmad? Ahmad Diallo. Ahmad. Kobe Mainoo was also good. If you notice that Kobe Mainoo actually played the number 6 role, right? Yeah, and Ericsson was more advanced. And that was a little bit surprising. Anyway, let me see. Where is Ahmad Diallo? Yeah, Ahmad Diallo, yes. Wow, key passes 6. 6, you're right. 6 chances created. Wow, 6 chances created. You absolutely beauty. You are so right. Jim Watkins, what you saying here? Greetings, Mick. How are you, my brother? I pray in your good place. Yes, I am. I'm good. Like last night's stream, I looked backwards again, and you know, all the love comments and support afterwards, and all the messages. Believe it or not, it makes a difference, right? So especially when you are suffering from fatigue and everything else, and when you burned out your midnight oil. So this stream is kind of a little bit of a catch up to do player ratings. I know it was 2 days ago since we played, but I can't just leave it undone, right? So we got to do this, peeps. So thank you for understanding, and thank you for your lovely comments, guys. Guys, if you do want to do your player ratings, it's right here. We're going to have a little bit of a fun, and later on, Jarvis is going to talk more about this game in general. The link is up there in the chat as well on the question and answers. Go in and do your ratings, and we will dive right into it, peeps. We will do. But all in general, I am stoked that Liverpool lost points at home. Cannot lie. And a lot of teams drew. So it was a perfect scenario for us to get 3 points. And playing away at St. Mary's at 12:30 kickoff, it's not an easy thing. So we saw how much it meant for the players. We did. 100% we did. All right, peeps, let's get right into the player ratings. Let's do that. Right. Here we go. So I want to give Andrew Onana my roses, mate. You know what? I do put my hand up to being critical of Andrew Onana. There's moments where he's been letting in easy goals, but however, he stopped that important penalty that led for us to go on a run to score 2 fast goals. He did some important saves as well, and shot-stopping saves. So I think that I owe Andrew Onana my deepest apologies. And therefore, I will give Andrew Onana a solid 7. You can give him as much as you want, but I will give him 7 right now, right here. And let's see what you guys are saying. I give him a 7, and today's score is a 7. I know there's not many people tuning in right now and voting. I know some people are still at work, still have a lunch, don't have access for computers, but we are doing this as an engagement community. Diego Dalot, according to my opinion as well, he resurrected his own mistake. If you know, you know. he was the fault of the overall penalty. But was it really a pen? Was it on the line when Dibble came through? I thought it was on the line, and so did Diego Dalot. But we never sort of got to see the images or replays or understand, was it a pen or not? Stuart Atwell was in the VR room, I think he was. So it was just stone cold penalty. That's it, right? But we kind of made it up for it, like Diego Dalot made it up for it at the end of the day, because Diego was kind of instrumental in that 3-0 goal. Because the way he was doing the run on Amad Diallo opened up the channel. And something that we don't do very often is called cutback passes. What a beautiful way to cutback pass straight into Garnacho. There was just one touch for Garnacho and one thing only in Garnacho's mind, to bury that ball up in the net. What a beautiful goal. So for me, Amad Diallo, I give you your roses as well. Nobody had less than 6, in my opinion. Andre Onana, what you're saying here, 7.5. Yes, I gave him a 7. It was a 7. But Diego Dalot, also in my opinion, of course, resurrected himself. So I give Diego Dalot also a 7. Boom, bash, bosh, 7. And you guys gave him a 6.5. So it's almost equal par. Equal par. So why would you give Diego Dalot 6.5? Maybe because he was a little bit slow in the first 30 minutes. He got lost, and Dibble had his number. He got him on toast, this youngster. So yeah, I agree what you're saying, 6.5 at the end of the day. At the end of the day. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it voting as well. Lisandro Martinez. Licha. I love Licha. We've seen why we missed Licha the whole season, last season, due to injuries. But what would we be without Licha? And this partnership now, the new formation with Licha and De Ligt, what should we call them? It's just absolutely flawless, right? It's like somebody's playing good cop, bad cop, right? It is. This guy is so good on the ball, so good at tackle, and he actually came in and played left back as well. So he's such a versatile player. Licha, amazing again. What are you saying, Mark? Casemiro passed the ball to Dalot for the last goal. Oh, maybe it was Casemiro. I thought it was Amad Diallo. So yeah, correction. Mick was wrong. It was Casemiro, 100%. But what are you saying about Lisandro Martinez? What do you think about Lisandro Martinez's performance? I would say easily an 8. Like, easily an 8. I give him an 8. And let me see what you guys are saying. 8. Yeah, we are on par, people. 8. So for me, I gave my explanation why. He was so good on the clearances. He was so good on just interception, the ball. And he was kind of instrumental when we needed a left back, when we had a little bit of a sort of niggles towards, Mazraoui. We switched Dalot to the right, which is his natural position. And Martinez went in to deputize on the left back position as well. Matthijas de Ligt. Oh my God, I am delighted. I think that's my new nickname for Matthijas de Ligt. Whenever he does a good performance, I call it delighted. Right? He lit us up, basically. He was that serenity in the back line together with Licha. For him to get all the criticism from Van Dijk and all his teammates, well, Van Dijk lost 1-0 at home, just proves the difference. It proves the revenge. It proves also that he was a little bit rusty to say, look, in the post-match interview, I'm not used to playing this many games. I haven't played much for 5 months. For him to get the man of the match by Sky Sports was massive. For him to get that goal, the header, was huge. That was a turning point into the game, basically. A beautiful cross from Bruno Fernandes, and Matthijas de Ligt shows that he's so good in the air, perfectly placed to the left corner. Nothing Ramsdale could have done. Bang. For me, he was the man of the match as well. Jim Watkins saying 8, he was solid. I think he was even more, right? I'd say that Matthijas de Ligt had a flawless performance. I didn't see him do many things wrong. He actually scored the first goal, and then due to cramp, for precautionary reasons, they subbed him off. He was communicating to the bench, no, I'm fine. I want to see this game through, but they didn't want to take any risks, so they subbed him out. But for me, Matthijas de Ligt was the man of the match, and I give him a solid 9 performance, and I put my star as the man of the match as well. Guys, if you have any other opinions, if you think it's lower, it's down to you, but I already put my vote in as well. And I think you might be agreeing. I think that you might say, Mick, yeah, he had a solid performance based on this was his second start in Man United shirt. So yeah, Jim was saying 8 for Lisandro Martinez, and I also gave him an 8, as you can see, and the overall voting score was 8 for everyone else as well. Now, Matthijas de Ligt was amazing, and another beast that went under the radar was Mazraoui. Mazraoui. What a performance, solid performance on the right back. What a performance. What happened? Is he injured? Was it a groin? I don't really know. I haven't really read much about it. Was it a precautionary why they took him out? But Mazraoui was a solid performer there. Oh my God, it's like he's kind of like Bruno Fernandes when we bought Bruno in January. Just integrated straight into the team and shows where the locker room is. What a leader, what a specimen, and what a right back. 100%. Jim Watkins was saying that my man of the match is de Ligt, and 9, exactly what we pulled. But give me your vote and thoughts on Mazraoui. Mazraoui for me was a clear, simple, and easy strong 8. A strong 8. But a little bit concerned on what happened afterwards. Do you have any solid information? What type of injury? Is it a knock? Is it a groin? Because I haven't really had time or the power to do my research. Let me know in the comment section, also in the VAR room, what happened to Mazraoui. Is it a serious injury or is it just precaution? But let's put a vote on Mazraoui, and I think the Mazraoui was a very strong 8. So I pull an 8 on Mazraoui. Let's go. Yes, an 8 is what you scored as well. Harry Maguire came in as a substitute. Also, guys, we can't get rid of everyone in the summer. And as I said in yesterday's stream, every single player that are here now coming on the bench, or they have a role to play. They have a role to play, and basically to give the first team a breathing space. So whoever comes in needs to give them all. And it looks like Harry Maguire gave his all. And I don't know if he pulled a hamstring because he was wobbling at the end, but he put in a solid performance as a substitute. Jim Watkins is saying that 8 for Maz. He totally agrees. And yeah, but Harry Maguire, according to my opinion, was how would I say? It's hard to say because I think that give him a 6 then at least, because he didn't play much, but at least he offered some coverage. And nobody's going to give below 6 in my opinion. So Harry Maguire gave him a 6, and you guys gave him a 6 as well. Brilliant. Johnny Evans came also in to reassure, play a couple of minutes as well. Easy as a substitute. Johnny Evans was a 6 as well, if we give Harry Maguire a 6. What you guys saying here? Martinez was also on number 8. Yes, 100%. Smash that like, people. What Elite Baller is saying. Subscribe if you haven't. Turn the notification on. Let's go, Reds. Let's go. Johnny Evans, we gave him a 6. Casemiro came off the bench, heavily criticized for his mistakes against Liverpool, but he came in to play centre-back. And he didn't do a bad job. It's all about, covering, it's all about game management at the end of the day to see the game through. And we did it brilliantly. So it was smart to put in Harry Maguire, more of the experience, Johnny Evans and Casemiro, just to see out the game. But of course, it sends a little bit of a shiver and nervousness to your spine. So same for you, what Jim Watkins saying, 6 for Casemiro. And I agree. I pull a 6 on Cass as well. And well done. Boom. 6, what you guys are saying as well. Kobe Mainu, if you noticed, he played as a number 6, right? With Eriksen starting, it was a little bit of a question mark when I saw the lineup, but I kind of understood we don't really need to play with the specialist CDM against Southampton, especially when Southampton changed the traditional formation. Instead of playing 3 in the back, they went for a 4 in the back. So they played perfectly into our hands. Kobe Mainoo was disciplined. Kobe Mainoo spun them around. Kobe Mainoo made them to pull him down, get some yellow cards as well, but he was also aggressive. But Kobe Mainoo was not really given that discipline to go forward, because that was pretty much Christian Eriksen's role to be the creator. So Kobe Mainoo for me didn't stand out much from an eye test perspective, but Kobe Mainoo did massively things behind the scenes that didn't go noticed. So Kobe Mainoo for me was a solid 7 as well. Let me know what you think as well. I would say Kobe Mainoo was a 7, 100%. 6.5 people, so he's not that far off people. 6.5. And we're going to talk about Christian Eriksen, the heavily criticized Christian Eriksen that everyone wanted to be gone. Again, he didn't want to leave. He's got 1 year left on his contract, and rightfully so in his right. I think he will just see his contract out and walk away as a free agent. But until then, he's a Man United player. Until then, every single substitute from the bench has a role to play. And I think he did it perfectly. This was a perfect game for Christian Eriksen to play against Southampton, but you wouldn't start Christian Eriksen when it's a high-pressure team against Liverpool in that position. For me, Christian Eriksen, he showed creativity. He found Bruno, he found Xerxes, he found the wingers, critical passes as well, and could have scored himself. For me, it was a solid 6 or even a 7, in my opinion, guys. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but Christian Eriksen was a 7 as well. If we give Kobe Mainoo a 7, Christian Eriksen was also there as a creator. For me, I pull a 7. Bush, you guys gave him a 6, and I should have listened to you, because Mark was saying 6, Jim was saying 6, a lot of you guys was 6, and people were saying I was so shocked to see Eriksen start. Well, same as me, right? But then I was thinking, hang on a second. The gaffer and the coaches see something that we didn't see, right? So I trust what they picked. But if this would have gone tits up, then we had a Ugarte to throw in there anyway. So 6, according to your opinion, Jim Watkins, what you're saying here, and we're gonna go on Manuel Ugarte, right? It wasn't automatic. He just went in manual mode, shifted up the gears, and oh my God, what a performance! 25 minutes cameo, I think it was for Ugarte. But as deluded before, it really shows what we're missing. What Man United has been missing ever since Carrick left, right? We're missing that specialist that can hold the lines, right? They can break up the play. They can break up the play high up on the pitch, be part of the press, like Fred used to do. Like that dirty pit bull on your bone, constantly on you. Win the ball back and do nasty tackles. That is what Manuel Ugarte brings. Shit, he showed us what a specialist can do, and that was beautiful. That was candy to my eyes. So for him to play only approximately 25 minutes, I must say I have to give him his roses. I'm more dying to see what he can do in a full match spectrum, but to make his debut, could not be more than a 7.5. I can't give him 8 because he didn't play a full match. For me, guys, I gave him a 7, and that's what I give. And you guys also give him a 7, so we are on par. Bruno Fernandes, in my opinion, again, Captain Bruno. Again, Captain Bruno was the creative source for the first goal towards Matthijas de Ligt. Captain Bruno was more disciplined, and you can see that he's been given instructions to be more careful on the ball. He's the instigator of the press, but you don't see him give away all these Hollywood balls anymore the way he used to be. I think there's been a shift in terms of what Ten Hag is being instructed him, in terms of Van Nistelrooy, what they've been saying. Bruno, we love what you're doing. You're creative, but just be careful. Take care of the ball and pick your moments, right? When you pull off these great passes with your outside of your foot or your inside of the foot, there's nothing more beautiful to see when it comes off. Bruno Fernandes was solid. I would say the Captain Bruno, I see some agenda. Bruno 5, Ugarte 7. But listen, when you look at the game aftermath, you know, it's not always what you do on the ball, it's what you do off the ball. And leadership was there as well. So for me, Bruno Fernandes, love him or hate him, I love my captain. And I would say that he did a fantastic performance. The stats were there to show. I give Bruno a 7.5, but in this case, I say 8. Let me see what you guys are saying. 7.5. 7.5. So we are close. Close, but not smoke a cigar, peeps. Moving on the ranks as well, we're going to talk about Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford that is heavily criticized since the Belfast incidents, the nickname Belfast Baby. That's been pictured around wearing his stupid clothing, hanging around with his rapper friends and his brothers and crashing his Rolls Royces and all that stuff. And wake-up call for him was pretty much not to be selected for Gareth Southgate's Euros. I'm glad Marcus has listened. I'm glad that Marcus is now taking extra precautions, taking more time to train the way he used to do, because action speaks louder than words. Your performance on the pitch is where you get judged, not like what you did before. Yup. I know, I'm Marcus Rashford. Listen, I think Rashford had a fantastic performance, one of the best I've seen for a very, very long time, and he scored a goal. And there's nothing more that I want us to do is to score goals. Doesn't matter who scores the goals, if it's Rashford, Arma, Garnacho. We are on the same hymn sheet, right? The aim and the purpose of United this season is to concede less goals, clean sheet, what we did the other day, and scored lots of goals, 3 goals, you know, on the score sheet. And Marcus Rashford scored the 2-0 goal. So I believe that I'm going to give his roses 100%, because I've been very critical for Rashford. So, yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Do you think Rashford deserves an 8? Yes, I see that, what you say. 8 for Rashford, 7 for Rashes. You gave Bruno an 8. Yes, I also gave him Bruno an 8. Look, I can't give 7.5s because I don't believe in halves. But Marcus Rashford, this is good for your confidence. I give you an 8, Marcus. Here you go. Here's the roses. And you got 7.5 from the VAR, the lovely MEFC Realist TV. Congratulations, Mark. May your form continue. We need as many goals as possible. If you can replicate 30 goals that you did 2 years ago for us, everyone can contribute to goals. We be there up there cooking, guys. Xerxes. We're talking about Habba Zerk. The Z, the Zorro. Now you understand why we bought Xerxes. He said it himself. I did even a special video edition to explain who Xerxes is. He's not your number 9 out and number 9. He's a tall unit, but you see that he likes to get involved in the game, in the build-up play. He likes to receive the ball, do the hold-up play, holding back the defenders, and just do simple link-ups and layups, and then arrive late into the box. That is his trademark. He could have scored many goals, but a striker, and you might not disagree with me, but look, a striker needs 7 attempts to convert 1 minimum. At United, so far, with the number 9s, we hardly create 3 chances for them. We need to create more, right? Xerxes and Højlund are those type of guys that can create from nothing. They can create their own chances. But he could almost score 2 goals, right? He could have. There was one opportunity when he managed to send Ramsdale to the wrong direction and was an easy shot. But unfortunately, that centre-back defender managed to stuck up his foot at the final minute and final second and blocked the shot. So Xerxes could have gone away with his 2nd goal of the Premier League season. I say we recruited smartly, and for £35 million, what a steal, what a bargain. And I can see that Xerxes will only become better and better. And even if we're going to play sometimes 4-4-2 or even 2 on top, I see that is a perfect partnership to Højlund. You need somebody that could sort of hold up the play and just find the run of the wingers, or find Højlund at his feet. Because once Højlund receives that ball, you know that he's going to bury it, right? So Xerxes is a chance creator, but he's also a 9.5 that can create his own goals. So for me, Xerxes, I think he worked his socks off. It's not a perfect number 9 or number 8, but at the end of the day, we got to give him the roses as well, right? I can see that you guys are saying 7, Xerxes 7. Why is nobody smashing the likes? I don't know. Nobody's asking you to smash the like, but if you do, it certainly helps the algorithm. But Xerxes for me was, I wouldn't say a 7, 7.5, but you know, off the ball, what he did, how he held up the play, how he did the link-up play was absolutely astonishing. It was a breath of fresh air. You guys are saying 7. I'm going with my gut feeling. I give him an 8. I thought it was solid centre forwards performance. All it was missing was goal. 8. I score 8. Oh, 8. It was. So equal par, guys. Alejandro Garnacho. Alejandro. Don't call my name. Don't call my name. Alejandro. No, seriously, Alejandro Garnacho. You know what? It's just a positive headache for Ten Hag, right? I was critical when he started Rashford to say, okay, why are you starting Rashford? Is it just to play me in form, give him confidence to score a goal? But now we have competition for places. I'm happy that we're actually starting Amad Diallo on the right because that is his position. Garnacho is not a right winger. Garnacho is a left winger. Garnacho, in my opinion, is more direct than Rashford at the moment. And Garnacho, as a substitution coming up from the bench, offer you something. You know, when you run all the fullbacks ragged, you throw in a Garnacho. Oh my God, what a nightmare for them. He will run right at you. He will make you guess where he's going to go, left, right. You know Garnacho, right? So Garnacho, for me, it's good that we are resting him to start him off the bench. I thought it was the right thing to do at the end of the day. So Garnacho for me, and scoring that beautiful cutback goal as well. I don't know. For me, I can't give him an 8 because he played, but at the end of the day, he scored that winning goal. There's something we don't do often, and that's cutback passes, guys. We don't do that often. But that brilliant cutback pass from Diego Dalot, perfectly, he found Garnacho, and Garnacho cool and composed, just one touch, boom, one touch, and the instinct on his mind, that ball is going in, right up in the roof of the net. Ramsdale will chanceless. Garnacho, sorry, 7.5 doesn't exist in my vocabulary, but I still give you an 8, brother. I still give you an 8 for the effort, for everything that you're doing for this team. You're still young, you're still developing, and you will give your minutes, and you will give Rashford a run for his money. 8 for me, 7.5 according to your opinion. This leads us to Amad Diallo. Why has nobody ever created a song about Amad? He deserves a new song. He deserves a chance. Diallo, dial my number. dial, Amad, dial. I don't know, man. We should create a song about Amad Diallo. Maybe I should call Kev Ashford to say, Kev, should we do a song instead of Onana? What's my name? We do a Diallo, right? Don't dial my name. Don't dial my name. Nah, this jokes, guys. Hello. Garnacho gets a lovely 7. But what do you give Amad Diallo, peeps? Amad has been voted as the man of the month, player of the month. Amad Diallo, this is his year. I am so happy that we finally replaced the one that was supposed to be there, which is Sancho. By the way, Sancho against, in the Chelsea shirt looked like, was just happy to be there, but never at Man United. Amad Diallo, 7.5, solid performance, but still 8 for me, Amad. Sorry, guys. 7. I should have gone with your guts instinct. 7. Collier didn't play, so we would just give him a 5, sitting on the bench. Wheatley was sitting on the bench, providing support. 5 there as well. Anthony Dos Santos. When are you going to get into the team? Because now you got to fight for your right, Anthony. I know. But right now, Amad Diallo are light years ahead of you. But this is positive because this creates a positive selection headache. But there'll be moments where we're going to utilize Anthony and everyone else sitting on the bench. We're talking about cup competitions as well, Europa League and all that jazz. But for now, he didn't play. So for me, it's just a fiver for providing the support. Goalkeeper by Yander as well, keeping support, because everything in the second half, everyone is part of this team. It's all pep talk. Come on, guys, let's do this. Let's do this. So for me, Bayander was a fiver as well. But now it comes down to Erik ten Hag. And now, guys, I know. But let's talk about reality. Okay? The first 30 minutes was not correct. But the remaining of the game was called in-game management and control. I know we had a watch-along, and I came in the second half, and I said, guys, the most important thing is 2-0 that we see out this lead. Ten Hag, you need to have that speech. Guys, stay focused. Stay to the plan. Stick to the plan. Defend your spaces. You know, man mark your marker. Never lose control, right? And that didn't happen. Since we came in the second half, Southampton never laid a glove on us. We were back, blank, solid at the back. The way we started to play up from the back, the way we started to formalizing attacks, we were in control. It looked like a Pep Guardiola tiki-taka, just passed it around, having possessions. Come on, let's go. We were trying to lure them out the trap. And lo and behold, they got a yellow card, a red card, and we just saw out the game. We saw out the game. The substitutions was perfect, I would say. It's just protection of injuries. You know, De Ligt wanted to continue to play, but he took him out because it was cramp, right? Leach could have continued to play. He says, no, I want to play. But when you saw he came out, he put an ice pack on his back. It was just a little bit of a sore back. So nothing major injuries there, right? So the senior players that came in, they did a job. And the job was just to keep it tight, to see the game through. And therefore, I call it in-game management. I will give Ten Hag a very, very good score today. He deserves this after everything that he's been gone through, after the Cristiano Ronaldo blah, blah, blah story, after the international break when the media and everyone created gash, bullshit, fake stories. He came back with an answer. And the answer was 3-0 victory away. So, guys, based on this, I cannot give Ten Hag anything lower than an 8. That is fair and square. That concludes my voting, people. Let me see what you guys are saying. Erik ten Hag, here's my roses. Fantastic. 7.5. 7.5, people. So we are not far off in this community how we are thinking. You know, football is very simple. It's not always about performance. It's about not conceding goals and put the fucking ball in the opposition's net and walk away with 3 points, right? I know the first 30 minutes was a little bit lackluster. I know the first 30 minutes was a little bit, players are still on the sleeping pill. If you took a sleeping pill, you're still dozy. But the wake-up call was the Onana save, the penalty save. And from that on, we were never looking like we lost control. So the man of the match, according to the votings, must, in my opinion, go to De Ligt. Let's see. I will submit this. And the man of the match goes to who? Let go. Come on. De Ligt. I can see De Ligt. I can see the light. I'm delighted, people. Matthijas De Ligt was your man of the match vote. And that concludes everything. Everything. Basically, the man of the match was given by also BT Sports and Sky Sports and all them pundits talking, But I wonder, how do you feel now, Van Disney? Liverpool, you talk shit about your own teammate. Shut the fuck up. He just got man of the match and proved himself. That is so delightful. So, Matthijas De Ligt is the man of the match. Congratulations, Matthijas De Ligt. Here you go. Here's the roses. Here's your votes. And that's about it, people. That is it. And that was the whole sole purpose for this stream today. To talk a little bit of voice of reasoning, to analyze each player's performance. Because what we needed in St. Mary's was a team effort. So, nobody got a vote under 6. That means that it was a good day at the office. everyone played their part. Roydon Frost is here to say better performance from Man United, 100%. It can only get better right now. It can only get better, right? It can. If we look at the league table at the moment, right, where are we at? Let me see. I'm going to zoom out here. Yeah, we are currently sitting 8th, right? Not far off. Not far off at all. Not far off, to be honest. Where are we at? Chelsea on 6th, Spurs on 5th, Villa on 4th. Look, at the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day, 6 points versus City's cheating 12 points. So cheating City has won every single 4 game. So we are 6 points behind the top. But come January, come today as the new hearing starts against the 115 allegations, they can rack up as many points as possible because they might cease to exist in the Premier League come January. So we can only look at ourselves that Arsenal is on 10 points, Newcastle is on 10 points, Liverpool bottled it on 9 points, Villa on 9, Brighton 9, Forest on 8, Chelsea 7, and we are on 6. So it's too early to count the chickens and now and then, but we are going away against Crystal Palace that also played equal. So it's going to be an interesting couple of games ahead of us. But I believe now the confidence is there. I believe now that we are clicking into gear. The introduction of Manuel Ugarte will be something special. Plus Rasmus Højlund coming back from injuries. Plus left back Luke Shaw and Matthijas seems to be available for selection as well. It's no need to rush everyone back, but the bench is looking good. The bench is looking good. Seen also pictures of Dango training extra hard with extra training. So that might be a secret weapon. Dango Jr. might also be introduced in that midfield. Good morning for you guys. Good morning for Luan France that just woke up. Good morning, good morning, good morning. But that kind of wraps up the stream today. Really. The sole purpose was to sort of look at the overall performance and assess it from there. From now on, we can only go match by match, game by game, and hopefully everyone that's been selected, even if you're on bench, gets a vote on this channel. Even if you didn't play, because it's a team sport, it's a team effort. Believe it or not, the substitutions play a big part as well whenever you're match going on, you were traveling, or if you're part of the squad. Everyone plays a part of that team performance. Halftime, pep talk, support, you know what I mean? Even if you're sitting there itching to want to come in and make a difference, but when you do get a call up to come in, you give it all for the shirt. This has been Mick Ruby here from MFC Realist TV, having a ball, having a blast, having a chat with you guys, and I'm delighted to see that the man of the match was Matthijas de Ligt. Guys, you know what? It is Monday today, meaning 9 o'clock per standard time on the dot, sometimes a little bit late, but it's Jarvis's corner. And Jarvis will be nerdy enough to dive in to every single detail that went on in this game, good or bad. But this time, I think that Jarvis has a lot of things to say about the tactics, about the game identity, and all that stuff. So don't miss that. Please tune in 9 p.m. UK time for Jarvis's Corner. Until then, again, thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for having patience with me, and thank you for all the love and support from yesterday. Take it easy, guys, and see you to the next video. Papi, where are you? Go, Man United. Bye.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.